Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Weather with Sim forecast. And in today's forecast, we're going to be talking about this active storm that is going to be rolling into the United States. I will keep on updating you guys, but I do want to let you guys know that this cold front is going to be extreme, okay? We're going to be talking about a moderate risk of well below average temperatures, which isn't going to be fun at all. We're talking under freezing at least, so this isn't really going to be a fun cold front to see, so that's why I did call it extreme. So this cold front will be pretty extreme as it gets into the area, but we'll go ahead and take a look at day one outlook, which is going to be for today. And as you see, we got just a general risk for some thunderstorms just across the central United States. So not extremely concerning, but it is something to be aware about just in case a marginal risk were to get issued. So, I mean, it's not going to be a big outbreak today, but we could still see a few thunderstorms. But as we get into day two, this is where it shifts off to the east, and we could be talking about storms for the Ohio Valley too as well. So this definitely may be a little bit more challenging day on the storms, but we'll still have to keep our eye on what happens on this day, which is going to be for tomorrow. But then as we get into Wednesday, Saturday or the weekend, yeah, the Saturday and the Sunday, we're going to be talking about a strip of storms rolling through this area. We could be talking about some for the Hump Valley. We could be talking about some for Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, even southeast Kansas, getting into Illinois, Kentucky, even a little bit of Tennessee. So it just really depends. We're not talking about a line of storms going through like this, but I think we could definitely see some isolated thunderstorms in some areas. So make sure you are aware of that. All right. And as we take a look at the cloud prediction center, this is going to be really concerning because if you look, we got a chance for well below average temperatures over here across pretty much the whole eastern United States. We even got that chance for Florida too as well, which is very concerning. But we still a little bit of above on southern Florida, so thank goodness. If you don't like freezing temperatures, you can just go all the way towards Miami where it will be cold or where it will be warmer than normal. So if you want to stay warm in Florida, you can go down all the way to like the Key West, or you can even go down to Miami. But if you want to be cold, or if you're even fine with dealing with the cold weather, just stay where you are and just take it easy. I mean, it will be a little bit chilly, definitely, so make sure you are aware of that. But as we get to the precipitation outlook, we do have a chance for well below average precipitation, and even the northern part of Maine, so pretty much the lower Ohio Valley getting into Tennessee, and then northern Maine. Both of these areas, we're talking some well below average precipitation possible, so make sure you guys are aware of that. There is no snow or wind outlook, but there is a moderate risk for well below average temperatures, and as you see, it kind of still includes some of the areas that were in the last moderate risk that extended down into Texas, but now it's shifting off to the east and kind of shortening, but we still have it for like the lower Ohio Valley, including southern Indiana, and then all the way down into the south part of the United States, and then this also includes some of the East Coast too, as well, at least the East Coast states. And then if you live anywhere below this line right here, you're definitely talking some below average temperature. So if you live anywhere in the slight risk, which will go down right here, and then as soon as it gets into central New Jersey, it will go down the East Coast. in pretty much towards Jacksonville, Florida, and then under New Orleans and all these other South states, and then down around Texas and then back. So if you live anywhere in that area, make sure you are aware. As we look at excessive rainfall outlook, I do want to let you guys know that this moderate risk is still sticking around today till 7 a.m. We could still be talking about a little bit of flooding still for tonight and into pretty much the pre-dawn hours today. It's pretty much the pre-dawn hours, but it's still pretty dark because daylight hours are shortening, so that's why I call it night, but we could still be talking it for the pre-dawn hours. But if we look at the GFS model, we're going to go ahead and look at this. Let's see this right now. We'll go ahead and take this forward. And as you see, we got a little pressure system right there that will be going northeast pretty much across the plains. And then we're going to go ahead and take this forward again. We got a little pressure system over here that's developing. We're going to go ahead and take this forward again. And as you see, we're going to start seeing more high pressure systems around, which could bring some above or below average precipitation. So yeah, we're definitely talking about some drier weather in this area, so make sure you guys are aware of that. But we look at the radar, we're going to go ahead and take this forward, and as you see, we're talking about some rain for the Ohio Valley, and this is going to be for Saturday. Then as we take this forward again, we might be talking about a straight line of showers and even some storms across this area, so make sure you guys are being aware about that. We could be talking about some snow for New England too as well, and as you see, we got that strip of snow that's dipping down. This may have the potential to get a little bit farther down south into southwest Indiana, but it just really depends. So like I said, I told some of my viewers that we're gonna have to watch for a few snow flurries down here, but we'll have to see about that. So make sure you guys are aware of that. If you live in this area, we could still be talking some snow for Halloween, mainly during the afternoon. But we look at the total snowfall, we're going to go ahead and take this forward, and as you see, there's anywhere from now to November 2, and we're talking some pretty active snowfall. We could be talking about some for the Great Lakes region, pretty much most of the Great Lakes region, getting into the plains and even lots of the Rocky Mountains. And the highest snowfall total we expect will be in North Dakota. North Dakota is expected to see the highest amount of snowfall. Same goes for Colorado, just a little bit higher amounts, but we could still be talking some very high amounts for Colorado too as well. So we're definitely going to have to keep our eye on this. Precipitation is anywhere from now to November 1st, and as you see, we might be talking about up to almost 2 inches of rain for the lower Ohio Valley. We might be talking about up to 2 inches of rain for like Arkansas, getting into southern Missouri, and then eastern Oklahoma, and then portions of Texas. We could still be talking about a little more beneficial rainfall after all of that flooding concern. So yeah, we're going to have to keep our eye on this. And I did forget to show you guys day 1 outlook, which is today. And as you see, we got 2 slight risks for flash flooding. We got one across portions of eastern Texas, at least the eastern half of Texas, and then we got one up here that heads from Wisconsin into Michigan. We could be talking about some pretty active rainfall up here, but still maybe a little bit more active rainfall down here too as well. So it's definitely a little bit concerning due to the 2 slight risks, but we're also talking about another day with flooding, another day with a slight risk, and then another day. And as you see, that marginal does extend into the lower Ohio Valley. We might be talking about some very minor flooding, but the slight risk over here, that will be more of a concern. Okay, I'm just going to be honest, but this may have the potential to extend, but only if we really see those things happen. But we do take a look at the dew points. We'll go ahead and start today, which is around 7 a.m. and we'll go ahead and I meant to do October 26th, which is today. And we'll go ahead and take this forward. And as you see, we're talking about some freezing dew points as we get into October 30th. We're talking about frost advisory, and then we'll go ahead and take this forward. As you see, freezing dew points will dip down into the Panhandle of Florida. This could be record breaking for Florida, definitely. So that's why I said on one of my videos that this cold front could be record breaking. Same goes for the storm or the snowstorm up here. We could still be talking about some record-breaking snow in some areas, but mainly this cold front could be record-breaking due to for all the United States. And if you just look, we're seeing almost all the way to 0 degrees, pretty much 0 degrees in the California mountains region. That is extremely concerning. That is not going to be fun at all. We're going to go ahead and take this forward. As you see, dew points will still be down to 13 degrees and even 5 and 8 in some areas as we get into November 1st. We're going to go ahead and take this forward, and dew points will continue to stick around all the way till November 3rd. And then we'll go ahead and take this forward, and as you see, it will even stick around through November 4th through November 4th. So this will stick around anywhere from October 30th to November 4th is when we'll see most of these things occur. Okay, that's what I kind of meant to say, just in case I said like December or something. So I do apologize. So. But as we do take a look at the temperatures for those right now, and we'll go ahead and take this forward. And as you see, we'll see some warm-ups across the eastern United States. We're going to go ahead and take this forward. And then as you see, as we get into Halloween or November 1st, we're talking about some freezing temperatures across this area. And as you see, we could even be talking about it earlier than October 30th. We're going to go ahead and take this forward. And as you see, we could also be talking about it for November 2 as well. And I'm just going to be honest with you guys, things will always change with this, but we're at least talking freezing temperatures on November 1st, which is going to be our biggest concern. So thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate that you guys are subscribing to my channel. It definitely makes me happy. We'll have to keep our eye on any records that were to occur with this cold front or even with this winter storm. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will definitely do one tomorrow.